Alright, welcome everyone to another exciting session of Tales of Tellos, the Steam Mage. I'm your humble Dungeon Master, DM Warder, and I'm joined by these awesome individuals who are the heroes of the group. So, they are the Crimson Peacekeepers, at least 4 out of the 5 of them. We are going to be down one person tonight with Zanishara. Hopefully everything is well for them, and they'll be back next week for things. But tonight is session 70. We are at 7-0, and we just finished another amazing arc. 4 things. We finished the arc with everyone surviving the Dwell in Ruins, defeating Harbinger, maybe technically defeating it, technically not defeating it because it wasn't destroyed or captured, but nevertheless, you survived the boss. They survived the boss and got out of the Dwell in Ruins with the Traveler. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We're happy to have you. If you want to watch any of our previous episodes, they are all on our YouTube channel, Castles and Calamities. So feel free to check them out, all of them, and it'll take a while to get here. But if you're interested in this story, this is a fun story that involves these Crimson Peacekeepers, chosen by fate with a prophecy and in an industrial age. But for those who are here, who've been here watching for the last few episodes, the group, let's get into the recap and talk about what happened last time for session 69 as we lead into session 70. But before that, make sure I don't forget, if you're interested in another campaign of ours, we have that on our Thursdays with DM Chaos, also known as Lance here in this game. If you're interested in checking out that campaign, it's also a great time. It takes place in the Age of Antiquity with a lot of a little darker storylines, grim and sword and sorcery elements, as the group has survived a 10-year time skip from when they graduated in academy and now must right the wrongs as the world is slowly turning towards darkness. But without further ado, let's get into the recap of what happened last time with session 69. So, last time, the Crimson Peacekeepers were able to get through the tower, or the Dwelven Ruins, and as they were leaving the ruins, they were confronted by a Harbinger, one celestial angel-like individual who called herself Hubris. She demanded surrender from the Traveler. Traveler double-checked with you guys if you were ready to handle another fight, and he left her partner up to you all. The partner was in a little glass jar or some type of like magical item, was released as it shattered on the ground, and a medium-ish size elemental kind of like oozed on out. It slowly began to grow, and with each round got larger and larger and larger. And it was throwing spells or throwing elemental magics at all of it, throwing acid and fire, or acid and ice, as well as some thunder elements for it, and the group fought it tooth and nail. During that whole time, they were pushing, and thanks to some of the protective magics that the group had, were able to withstand, for the most part, its sapping knowledge effect, as it tried to essentially dumb down everyone until their intelligence hit 0. Fortunately, no one got down to 0, and no one automatically died. Erlon, in fact, did roll double natural 20, so Erlon, you have the ability to grant dexterity to someone. But Erlon did get his intelligence lowered down to 6, reducing him to one-word sentences and grunting and emoting with lots of body language. Alice also suffered and got her intelligence reduced down to 7. She's illiterate now, at least we'll see if it's permanent, but she can form some sentences better for things. She's not as articulate as she once was. The group was able to persevere and defeat ignorance, and afterwards, the Traveler checked on everyone. He was injured as well during the fight, but fortunately was able to stab the Hubris and get her to flee. The group then left the Dwelven Ruins, and they appeared on a mountainside, and that's where we're starting. The group has just exited the dungeon. The dungeon portal is closed behind you all, and you all find yourself in a bit of an idyllic situation. A lot of different... a tower looms ahead of you, and let's start the session with figuring out what you guys are doing as you all see this situation, this scene. And I want everyone to please roll some d20s for me. start off strong. Let's go with illiterate rolled a 9. Chance rolled a 19. Lance rolled a 7. And Erlon rolled a 13. Zanny, because she's absent, is going to go last. So we have Chance, you're going to be first. Erlon second. Alice third. Lance fourth. Lady illiterate. So, before you, you see a. Excuse me. Before you, you see a large tower looming near an edge of a mountain side and a mountain cliff. All around you is forested terrain and grassy, or more grassy mountain hillside terrain for things. You guys just exited out of the dungeon, so let's start and see what is everyone's reaction. Starting with Chance. What are you doing or reacting as you emerged, maybe expecting to go back to Zarek? This is not Zarek. What is Chance doing, saying, or thinking?
They said the door would be there for another week, and it has been way more than a week. She was not expecting Derek.
Yeah, perfect.
How far away from this tower?
Hold on 1 second.
It was kind of far in the distance there.
All right, cool. Sorry, say that one more time.
How far away are we from this tower? It looks like, I don't know, a mile's walk in this picture.
How far away? I would say it's maybe like a quarter mile. It's not really far. Uh, it's it's within walking distance.
Well, plastic things are within walking distance.
Yeah, it's maybe like I would say if you guys are trekking up the hillside or the mountainside, I would say maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
Then she's not really doing anything.
okay, she's kind of like taking in the situation. Got it.
Yeah, she's just waiting until we get there before reacting to anything.
Okay, perfect. Erlon, what is Erlon's reaction or anything while as he sees that he's emerged out of the dungeon and onto this grassy mountainside?
Oh, probably just grunting in like a confused way.
Okay, grunting away. Perfect. All right. And Alice, Lady Illiterate, what is what is Alice doing or reacting as she sees this?
Alice is not happy because unlike Chan, she fully expected to come out in the middle of Zarek, and this is not Zarek, so she's just going to look around. And she looks and she just sits down in the grass and she puts her face in her hands and she's just crying.
Gotcha.
I want to go home.
Well, sitting down is not going to get us there faster. The faster we get into this building, then we'll know how far we are.
She's gonna just grab onto your arm, Chance, and go, portal, portal.
I I I think
You
Lance said he can draw a circle, but again, we need to get to the building first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alice is gonna
At least there might be clean water.
yeah.
Shower?
Traveler kind of like approaches, and I'm assuming Alice just went with things. The traveler, as a reminder, elven individual, orange hair. He's kind of like wearing a coppery armor for things. Kind of like Benzo. He's like, yeah, it'll be okay. We'll get you wherever you need to go. Yeah, don't worry. We'll also fix well whatever is going on with you and Erlon should fade. Hopefully, when you guys do a long rest.
Alice looks crestfallen again and she goes, I'm stupid.
Just till tomorrow, then you'll be
That's stupid.
as you were before.
Still stupid.
Chance makes just no comment to that.
Traveler's like, all right, so noted. Stupid jokes are good for this party. Great. As he says that, Lance, what is Lance's reaction?
Lance is ignoring all of them and is looking at that tower and racking his brain, trying to figure out if he knows if that's some wizard's tower and which wizard it is.
Okay, roll me, and this is going to be a higher DC because this is not your territory for it. You're going through every single tower in Aramare that is in existence. So roll me a history check, please. 24. Looking around, you're wondering as you stare at the mountainside, and you're like, okay, mountainside, mountainside. There's a few towers that are mountainside, and you're wondering. It could be a few of them. It could be the Mountain Wizard's Tower. It could be the Key Wizard's Tower. It could be maybe no, not the Hieroglyphic Tower. There's only a few, but you're wondering if this is maybe the Mountain Wizard's Tower, or the Key Wizard. Those are probably like the two that are closest to Zarek.
He's just gonna like look over and just kind of like put a hand over Alice's mouth for a second and be like, Dion, whose tower is that?
That would be the the Key Magician's Tower.
Does Lance know if that person is friendly or not friendly?
You have no idea. They are extremely reclusive. So that would be your impression. An extremely reclusive magician.
Okay.
Alright, well, we should probably get there. Looks like it's almost nighttime is coming upon this land, so it'll be a good place for us to rest. It's safe there. And he kind of takes a step back. Anyone can roll a perception check. Alright. Let's see. Lance, you rolled that. So, okay. Lance, you immediately are. No, he's walking fine. There's a bit of a trail of blood falling where he's walking.
Is it red blood or is it a different color blood?
It is red draconic blood.
Hey, uh, you're kind of dripping.
Sorry, what?
He just points to the trail behind him.
Oh, cure wounds him.
Yeah, and roll with a natural 20 for 26. All right. Oh, wow. Thanks for that. Could have sworn I healed myself. Strangely
Er,
opened.
Does Erlon like paint his face with it because it's red?
His brain don't work, but his eyes do. Now, Erlon still has his wisdom. He still has his wits about him. He's just unable to communicate effectively. But Erlon, I mean, do you do anything? I mean, you see clearly the blood dripping between the armor plating. Do you touch his blood, or do you just leave it alone?
Probably guide. I don't know. Maybe grab Zanny and just since I can't communicate, grab Zanny's hand and put it towards him.
Oh,
Because
yes.
he is a doctor.
Yeah, let's make sure you're bundled up, and let's try not to leave any dragon blood anywhere on the mountainside. And she prestidigitates and tries to get rid of the blood. All right, if that wound reopens, we might want to take another look at it.
Can we stitch him up at least?
That's what I just did.
Yeah, she just healed him for 14. So.
Oh, okay.
Or no, sorry, you healed him for 12 healing points.
Okay. It was an attack by a harbinger. Did it stop bleeding?
Well, it did when I healed myself right after the battle.
But then it started bleeding again.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this one again and see if it does it again. Then we'll be concerned.
Yeah, with a harbinger called Hubris, might want to be careful with her attacks. All right, well, let's mosey on over there. And he starts climbing up the mountainside in a very gingerly manner as he is enjoying the hiking. You could definitely tell, especially with the name or the moniker of the Traveler, hiking is a favorite thing for him. So, really quickly, let's just make sure on record. your character, do they like hiking? Let's start with Chance. Does Chance like hiking?
Um, dislike hiking.
Say that again.
She doesn't dislike hiking.
All right, neutral. Got it.
I mean, she likes being in nature. She doesn't necessarily like walking uphill, but it's a short walk, so
Okay,
fine.
great. Erlon. Does Erlon like hiking?
It's physical labor, so yeah, he likes it
Yeah.
as long as they're not running.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah.
Alice. Does Alice like hiking?
Not as a leisure sport. No.
Okay.
No, she likes flat grounds and to be carried places in a carriage.
Perfect. And Lance. Does Lance like hiking?
Not without a purpose.
All right. So
He will hike somewhere if he needs to go somewhere, but he is not going to go just to a hike for no reason.
Fair. So kind of like more neutral-ish with things. So
yeah.
All right.
Lance is also bribing Alice to follow him with shots like a puppy. He's like, "Here you go. I'll give you a shot if you walk up to that bush."
I don't. I'm so tired.
Okay, but then you get a drink, and then after you get there, he'll be like, "Okay," and then you see that big rock up there. If you go to when we get to the rock, I'll give you another one.
Oh,
I will
whenever
just
she.
Sorry, just point out for the record, Alice, you are completely sentient.
I know.
Your wisdom is fine. It's just intelligence has been downed. But
Lance would have done this to her anyways.
Yes, this is a. She is gonna. Whenever she gets to Lance the next time, she's just gonna grab him by his arms, like the robe on either arms, and goes, "I bet I can talk to Bruce now." And she's gonna pull out one of her sending stones, and she's just gonna go, "Bruce, I'm alive."
Darling, you're alive. That's amazing. Where are you? Wait. Are you here back in Zarek? Please tell me yes.
Does anybody know where we are?
Dion.
Tower.
Near the key tower.
Imagine I don't have a map.
No.
Alice, roll a history check with your dumbed down stats. 20.
Do I get disadvantage because I'm dumbed down?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
So let's go back really quickly to this main page. So I would like you to note, here is the map of the Governet area. The key tower is right here on the other side of the entire state, so to speak.
One more time.
Right
key tower here. Far left.
Oh, there it is. I was honestly looking for key like CHI.
CH.
So, like chi.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. No, key.
That's why I was
a key that you put into a door.
Perfect.
So you're in the same Governet. You're in the same state, just all across the entire state on the other side.
Okay. Then she's gonna. I can still cast spells, correct? Yeah, I can still cast spells.
Yeah, especially because you're a charisma-based caster.
She is going to.
Are all of these trains? Just curious. These little dotted lines.
The dotted lines are roads, not trains.
Oh, okay.
But
she's gonna cast a. She's gonna cast ascending. In. You took away my map.
Sorry, I thought you were done with it. I'll go back. No worries.
Apologies. I had kind of clicked out of it, so.
Here you go.
Is that Inger? Inger. Okay, I don't, want to broadcast my exact location. Near Inger. Don't know what day it is. I love you. Be home soon. Probably.
All right, near Inger. Well, if you'll be home soon, I'll prepare a great dinner then. Darling, it's harvest the 5th. Been gone about a month.
Guys, we've been gone a month.
Our estimate was pretty accurate.
Oh, I'm a whole month older now.
Actually, you didn't age that much. Only Bruce did. So Bruce is older and more mature, and you stayed young.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh,
For the record, you guys entered on the first of feasts, or technically the second, because it was after midnight, the second of feasts, and now it's a whole month later, harvest season or harvest month, and it's the 5th. All right, let's go back to the main thing. All right. So the group begins going up. I'm gonna ask everyone, especially because you guys had a fight and everything. Everyone roll a athletics check for the hike up.
What are you rolling?
All right.
Athletics.
Athletics. Yep. Let me roll for Zanny. Yep. So Zanny makes sense of a little bit of short legs. And Chance with Chance, you rolled with Manny, licking your finger, got you up to an 11. So the only one who's kind of like huffing and puffing a bit is Zanny at the moment. But with that being said, you guys are starting to get up closer and closer, closing the distance towards the tower for it. I'm just gonna ask: is everyone like? What is like the mood of the group? Is everyone just focused on getting there, or is anyone trying to talk about anything, or scout, or anything else? And then just double check with the room. Go with Chance. Is Chance doing anything?
Said it was going to be 5 minutes, boy. I was saving my stuff until we got there.
I know, but like in 5 minutes, as you're climbing up hiking the trail up.
No, she's just power walking.
Okay, that's fine. Go to Erlon. Anything special you're doing?
Erlon's just dumb, so
Dum
he
walking.
just yep.
All right, Alice. Anything?
the whole time Alice is once again, as she left off last time, pestering Erlon to try to figure out a way to communicate in gestures while also slightly making fun of the fact that she is technically still smarter than him. She's not mocking him. She is hitting him with a couple grunts back, trying to figure out what his grunts mean, but it does sound a bit like she's mocking him just because she's mimicking him. It's not intentional. It's a little intentional.
A little intentional.
Done out of love.
Let me just organize that.
I respect it.
All right. And Lance, anything you're doing as you guys are getting closer and closer to the top of the mountainside?
Lance would have cast Detect Magic on himself beforehand, so he knows he's looking for magic traps because wizards are wizards.
Yep. And you do notice, what's the distance? 30 feet. Okay. Great.
Actually, I have a question about that.
Sure.
If I was to cast distance spell on it while I cast it, would it increase the range or just the range of casting?
I believe distance spell would increase the range to 60 feet for you.
Okay. So I would do that just to try to get as much width as possible.
Okay. Roll me a perception check then. Okay. You definitely notice some you're noticing some markings on some stones that are more sensory magic. So you definitely feel like you already passed through sensors that would alert potentially a mage that someone is approaching. Kind of like an alarm.
It's not going to be a surprise when we show up at the door.
Correct. All right. But with that 22, you do hear in the distance, as you're looking, you hear something catching your, like some voices in the distance. Do you do or say anything
he'll just kind of does he recognize what the voices are? Can he tell what the voices they are?
Roll a nature check. Humanish? Maybe?
Okay. He'll kind of whisper everybody, shh, there's voices ahead. Be quiet as we creep up.
All right. Good call, good call. Everyone's stealth. And the traveler is going to go invisible. Is everyone going to start stealthing?
Yes.
All right. Everyone, roll me a stealth check, please. All right. Lance with a 9. Alice with a 22. Chance with a 9. So let's see what you get with Manny. Erlon with a 17. Nice. Let me roll for Zanny. Stealth. It's not super stealthy, but let's see. 9. Okay. And then Chance, you had the total of a 13. Great. All right, let me just check one quick thing. 11, 13. Okay, so 3 successes, 2 fails. All of you kind of like hunker down and kind of like get close towards towards this area right here, I would say. Towards this little bush, these bushes here, 4 things. And as you guys start hiding there for it, you start inching closer to try to see or try to make sure that you are not seen with anything. It is then you see on the other side, approaching over the cliffside on this side, a group of individuals. You see that a lot of them are armed, looking a little bit dangerous. They're not wearing any soldier colorings for things. They're not wearing like the green of the east or the tan or blues of the west. They just seem to be guarding an individual who is a dwarf with black and orange robes. Do any of you do or say anything as you are right now stealthed? They seem to be having a conversation, but anything you guys are doing in the immediate as you see that there's a group of individuals that may be approaching.
Are they talking in common now that we're closer?
Yes.
Is he talking with them, or is he just walking and listening to them?
The dwarf is not really talking at the moment. It's more of his entourage are chatting at the moment, and they're grunting and complaining about the hiking.
Are they headed towards us or towards the tower?
Looks like they may be heading at least on the pathway towards the tower, because the way the roads are, they're kind of like converging up towards the key tower.
And I think it's probably better if at least one of us introduces ourselves as opposed to looking suspicious like we're going to attack them behind this bush.
Okay. You guys pretend to be my entourage, and Chance, go talk to him.
Okay. Chance will take a step forward. Hell.
All right, you're breaking cover?
I am, yes.
Got it. As you do so, immediately all the people with the firearms immediately like pull out and ready their firearms and point it towards you.
I have the hands up, just hail, hi, hello.
Well, what do we got here? You lost there, Devilkin?
Yes and no. I am not where I want to be, but headed towards the tower. How about yourselves?
Wasn't that a coincidence? We were heading there ourselves. And you just start approaching. Is the rest of the group breaking cover or hanging tight at the moment, stealthing?
Hold on one second.
Lance would walk out.
I will walk towards him also so that he doesn't like come upon our cover in case people do want to stay back there.
Alice is also stage whispering, "You should stick your leg out, try to seduce him."
You do hear the travelers like, "Oh, she's a bard. Yeah, makes sense. You should do it too, Alice. Show him to
Oh
me.
no, I'm married. I can't.
Is that a thing for your culture?
Yes.
Okay, don't want to assume that. Don't want to assume anything. So that's all you hear because he's still invisible. All right. The individual approaches and then stops, slows down as he sees Lance breaking cover, and is like, "How many you got over there, Devilkin?"
Oh, it looks like about the average traveling size.
And you're
Like there's,
lost.
as in there's 6 of them. So she's just sort of like, the average traveling size.
Yeah. The dwarf approaches. It's a strange place for you to be lost in these parts. Not many come here just by happenstance.
Well, my friend here is a wizard. We're visiting some of the wizard towers. What about yourself?
Roll a persuasion check. $22. Okay. He kind of like strokes his beard. One may say I am a seeker of knowledge and a traveler of fortune.
Kind of arches her eyebrow at that part. Have you met the magician before?
Can't say that I have. I wanted to see if the rumors were true.
There's
If whether
rumors?
or not her tower has been abandoned.
That is a concerning rumor, isn't it? She looks to Lance.
Had Lance heard that before?
Nope. Then again, few people talk about the key magician, even outside of this government.
Zanny would still have our connection up.
Yep.
Right.
So
Lance is just gonna ask in his head. Ask him if he has the key. Then.
Wait, you're saying ask? Are you telling that to Chance or to who? Who are you directing that comment to?
Chance.
Chance. Okay, got
it. It's the key tower. We don't know if it is abandoned. I would assume you would need a key to get in. So act like he had. Ask him if he has this key or the secret to get in.
Well, if you've never met the key magician before, I don't suppose you have the key if it is abandoned.
No, but I was thinking about potentially seeing what magics or relics were left behind.
Well, I suppose if we're both traveling in the same direction, we might as well explore it together.
Why are you seeking the tower?
Well, there is a war going on. We've been trying to contact some of the magicians to get help for people. That's one of the reasons. And the other, like I said, our travel found us in the wrong direction, and this was the closest key point. You see a big tower in the distance? You walk towards it.
He strokes his beard, thinking. Roll one more persuasion check. Perfect. Your finger gets
Gonna
bigger.
re-roll that. Gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Look at that. That's better.
Dirty 20. All right. Are you adding anything before I continue?
No, because anytime I talk to anyone and I try to add it, you're like, no, they see Nanny's tongue and they kill you.
No. It's when people are like in your people who understand. Well, I'll just leave it that way for you not to know when.
Yeah, so I don't trust you.
All right. He contemplates. He's like, all right, perhaps we could travel a bit. And Dion kind of like looks, or Dion is whispering next to like Alice and Erlon, and he's like, so you guys, who are they? Why are we letting them get close to the tower?
Elon can't speak. I'm tapped. I don't think we can fight them. That was awfully smart of me. Maybe I'm not them.
I'm not close enough to hear this, but I can talk to other people in my head if anybody wants to.
Yeah. Zanny would probably then say like, Chance, do we really want them coming along with us?
No, but I don't know enough about them to just, start a fight. I don't think saying, hey, turn around is the right move. So I figured keep them close, and that way we can at least watch them if they do anything shady. I totally think they're sus. Yes.
Right. All right. Let's Chance, the Aramere folks, the Urumic individuals, Lance, Alice, and Chance. I'll allow you roll an insight check. One final one. Makes sense for Alice. All right. Chance got a 15 total, and Lance got a 21. Excellent. All right. For Lance and Chance, you both would be able to vibe out, especially with the interactions. These individuals don't seem to be affiliated with any military. Obviously, not any military. But the way their stance is, the way their equipment is being maintained, and the way they're getting their, like, guarding, so to speak, the wizard, they've been hired. These seem more than just any ordinary mercenaries. These seem like hired muscle, regardless if it's legal or not. Maybe bandits, or at least gunners for hire.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they're sus. I just am not gonna just beat them the fuck up until I learn more.
All right.
Also, we're still pretty hurt. Well, not me, but other people.
Okay. I suppose we can take you up on your offer and accompany you to the front door and see what lies within. After you, please.
Chance sighs, and she will take the lead.
You hear, like, you don't see because he's still invisible, but you do then eventually hear Dion as you're starting to turn around. Are we going with the diplomatic approach, or do you want me to kind of like scare them off or even kill them?
Not kill. We're gonna get diplomatic until we get to the door. If they get sus, turn into a dragon and be scary.
Yeah, turn into a dragon, be scary, melt their faces off.
Exactly.
Not melting.
I want to see that.
Acid. You see, as you.
Oh, maybe I don't want to see that.
How else would you melt their faces off?
Fire.
Lance actually is sitting there, and as we're kind of starting to walk away, Lance just like pops this idea in his head. He's like, I did lose a skeleton. I could use some more.
I'm not going to ask about the ethical elements of that. The necromancers will necromance.
If they're bandits and I killed them, it's totally legal.
Oh, yeah. The necromancer's mandate, or the necromancer's law here in Aramir?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Tess is just glaring at them.
You can't see him, so you don't know where you're glaring. You could glare at Lance.
Oh, I'm assuming I'm getting glared at by chance.
Yeah,
Lance is intentionally not looking towards her.
Lance is for sure getting glared at, and I'm just like glaring at where I kind of heard the whisper, just like.
Lance is looking the exact opposite direction of wherever Chance is looking at.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm just rearranging the party. Bandits continue, or the individuals start like approaching cautiously. The muscly individual with the big sword is kind of like eyeing Erlon with his big axe. Clearly like sizing each other up, I would imagine. But you guys are getting closer and closer towards the tower, which I'll say is in the upper left-hand corner of the map for it.
Upper right-hand corner?
The right hand, sorry. Yeah. Anything anyone is doing as you get closer, hiking up the mountain trail towards the door?
Lance would ask the dwarf who he was.
As I said, I'm a seeker of knowledge and a traveler of fortune. I am a conjurer by trade, and I'm interested in the conjuration magics of the key magician. Portals are very valuable these days.
Did you study at the tower?
I did not.
Did you study at any of the towers?
I had a more independent tutoring.
Take it not Dawnstone either?
Say that one more time?
I take it not Dawnstone either?
No. Heimzamar, or the Dwarven Kingdom, under kingdoms, have their own schools. Even then, I took the basics from them and learned through practice out here on the surface.
That is the best way to learn.
Indeed.
I also didn't learn the traditional route. It's some things it's easier to learn in the field.
Precisely.
I guess so did I. Yeah. I mean, I went to college for barding, but other magic learned through books.
Surprised you would even care being a bard. Most bards are barding in order to enhance their powers.
I don't think you've met that many bards.
I've met plenty of
bards. Not from where I'm from.
The Nine Hells?
No.
From where?
Erdita.
The gambling city. All right.
Actually, you might have something that could help us possibly. Do you have the teleportation key for the public teleport in Zurich? Unless they closed it with them switching sides. They probably did, didn't they?
I haven't been in Zurich in some time. So.
Oh.
Well,
never mind
are
then.
you watching the demeanor? Yes, you can clearly tell they're defending him. They definitely seem to be like making sure he's protected under all costs.
Okay, so he basically hired them.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that they're acting more like hired muscle.
No, yeah, I know you said that. I just didn't know for sure if it was him who hired them.
Yep.
That's what I was asking.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely seem to be like protecting him. He is their paycheck, so they want to make sure no matter what happens, he survives anything.
Okay.
All right. Lance, you're probably the closest one getting to the front of the tower for it. Are you gonna turn your back on the individuals and try to investigate the tower entrance, or keep an eye on the others?
Lance will turn his back, but he'll still have Sheldon sitting on his shoulder facing them.
All right. Let me grab
because he's gonna have. He has detect magic up. He just wants to see what warding is on the doors.
Okay, cool. Put Sheldon back there next to you. You should have control room. Okay. As you look at the tower, roll an Arcana check. All right, you could definitely sense some latent ambient magic in the tower, but you don't see any sigils, any arcane script, nothing that would actually like give credence that it is an actual like magician's tower. For all you know, the way it is, it could just have been like an abandoned building that seems to have a lot of magic-y energy floating about for it. And as you look at the door is slightly ajar. It is slightly ajar, and you notice it's kind of weird that there seems to be like hinges on both sides of the door. Do you kind of like push the door open?
Yeah, he'll kind of poke it slightly.
With the cane? Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of like jab it with the cane a bit, and it creaks open like all the way, and you just see an empty building inside. There's some stairs that lead upward, but you can see it looks like a tower that's completely in disrepair, like it hasn't been used for centuries.
Did you say there was hinges on both sides?
Yep, which is weird.
I was going to close the door.
Yeah, Lance would close it and see if he could open it the other direction.
Yeah, you pull it back and it closes, and you see it's weird. The wooden frame seems to like be built on the other side to like close for it, but right now you close it, and then like when you try to like push it open again or try to push it on the other side, it seems to be like almost locked in place for the hinges on the other side.
Knock. I mean, that's what you do with the door.
Sure, Lance will try that.
Knock, knock. Nothing. Dion kind of like approaches and is like, "Yeah, good thinking. There is a way to do this. Don't want them to know it, though."
I mean, should we let them investigate the empty tower?
That could work.
I will just sort of, like look confused, like, what's going on? And gesture to the door to,
All right. Roll a a deception check. Natural 20, Jesus. All right.
And I'm not even good at those.
Yeah, I'm not even good at those with a +7.
Okay, well, +7 is my worst charisma. There's no proficiency. There's no expertise. There's only the jack of all trades, but
Yeah. So the dwarf approaches, and the gunners sort of like reposition themselves around, and he starts investigating the door. Really quickly, just go through everyone one more time. Chance, are you doing or saying anything to try to, with on the cusp of that, like not on the cusp, rolling on top of that? Do you want to do or say anything with the dwarf, or let him do his independent investigation?
no, I think it's just like it looks empty.
All right. So you're trying to help emphasize its emptiness, its abandonment. Erlon, are you doing or saying anything as you see all these gunners are all around you guys?
Probably just sizing up the big guy again.
Okay. Cool. Alice, anything you're doing?
No, she is. She kind of knows she heard Dion, but at the same time she just sees that the tower's empty. So Alice is half helping Chance by going, "If it's empty, how are we going to get home? Oh, no one's here to help us. Can't we just go somewhere else?"
Awesome. And Lance, anything you're doing?
Lance is just gonna very kind of like whisper to Dion, like, if they're getting close, let me know, because we backed up. All of them are near the tower, right? Because we backed up.
Most of them. There's still two that are kind of like on the cusp, like away from the group, kind of like also just making sure that they're not just all clumped up together.
I also wasn't really backing away from the tower. I was more like thinking like Lance and I were in front of the door, and she kind of took a step to the side of the door to let them look at the door.
Lance would pull Chance back slightly.
All right, reposition yourself. The door is right there, just so reposition like where you would be.
Lance is going to give them a little bit of space over in the corner. Lance is going to have Chance back up. Like he'll whisper in his head, be like, "Back up." And then he'll whisper to where Dion is, and he's like, "If it looks like they're going to actually open the door, let me know."
Let's watch and see. He looks like a smart wizard, but she is a tricksy one. So, wizard's gonna do an investigation check. That would be intelligence. All right, he rolled a dirty 20. There's clearly something to this. The magician was here a week, a month ago, a year ago, and yet this building looks clearly in disrepair. Could be an illusion. I'll try. And he's gonna cast Dispel Magic. Looks around. Nothing. Anything else you guys want to do before I move on to what the wizard may do next? If not, let me roll something then.
I'm just watching him. I'm watching him like a hawk.
Like a hawk? Okay. He kind of sighs. has to be a reason why those soldiers were here. Let me roll one more thing.
Soldiers?
He kind of looks. Perhaps we should stay here. Maybe it is almost nighttime. The moons might illuminate and cause something to be seen. If we come too far to just go our separate ways or to abandon this quest of mine.
What was it you said about soldiers having been here?
It's Western soldiers have been all around the area. I'm surprised you didn't know that, seeing as you wandered over in this area.
I mean, have I seen Western soldiers? Sure, but I didn't, like, you made it sound as if they had come here with purpose.
Well, there would only be one reason to come over to near Einjar, and that would be to try to approach the tower. Otherwise, they would just keep all their forces over at Zarek.
I mean, sometimes you need to spread out your troops too, just to keep the population remembering that you're there.
Well, we shall stay here, I guess, and hope that nighttime brings some fruition, some enlightenment of how to enter.
Okay. I'm gonna just sort of like head talk and ask Dion if like any way to like knock them out for the night. That doesn't involve acid.
1 second. Knock them out permanently, or knock? And he's like, he's trying to whisper, but you guys are also close for things. He's like,
well, I mean, is he close enough that Danny can, reconfigure us?
She needs to see the person when she's connecting them.
Oh, I thought she could just touch them.
Yeah. Dion is like, you can feel him like almost like right next to you. He's like in between you and Lance right here, and he's whispering. I'm gonna roll for the bandits to see if they hear anything, but he does whisper. No, unfortunately. Acid or slow. Those are the only things I got. Let me roll for the bandits. 2. Yeah, they rolled an 8.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll
Do you
just
want to try to scare them off? Do you want to threaten them off? These guys don't seem like they're going anywhere.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping to incapacitate them.
What's
Can
Lance
I
doing?
tell? I assume he has his spell book out, right?
For him, he doesn't have it out. He has it kind of like strapped to his side.
But he would have had to have it out to cast that spell.
No, he has he uses
Or focus.
Yeah, he uses hands for like the somatic purposes, but he's not just like you. You don't pull out your book when you're casting a spell.
Okay.
He is able just to cast it through his hands.
Looking at his spell book, can I roughly tell what level of spells he can cast? Is there a way to tell just from looking at it? Based on how thick it is or something like that?
No, I'll allow you to do an insight check, though, just like with his demeanor and kind of like latent ambient magic around him. At least 3rd level, you can tell for that.
Chance, do we have to be nice to every? This is in his head. He's like, Chance, we have to be nice to everybody. Can we just kill these guys and
We
move
can't
on?
just kill people.
Yes, we can.
We're heroes.
But they're bad
you all
guys.
Hear that yelled. We are heroes.
They're clearly bandits.
They're clearly dumb.
And
They're
so is Erlon and Alice.
You all
Right
are
now.
so connected. So Alice and Erlon, you hear all this.
Don't talk about Erlon like that. What if I get my little hands into one of their heads and make them hit one of another, and that'll just confuse them?
Do you have detect thoughts, Chance?
I do not.
I do.
Can you read his mind and tell us what he's thinking, Alice?
Oh, yes. Yes. Alice is going to focus all of her attention into get. Are you talking about the dwarf guy?
Actually, think about the bandit leader, because I want to think about, is he going to try to kill us tonight?
The bandit leader. Oh, okay. And she's gonna move, so she's very blatantly staring at this guy. But she's gonna cast detect thoughts on the bandit leader.
All right, roll a stealth check to see if you can stealthily cast that spell. 21. Let me roll for them. Perception.
Oh, I even have a subtle shard ring, you guys, with 2 charges that I literally never use it.
Oh, wait,
That
are
Lance
you
made
using
for
your
me.
subtle shard?
Yes, I'm using my subtle
You
shard
didn't say that, so then
ring.
never mind. No roll needed.
So apologies for. I went to go look for it after you asked for the stealth check.
Yeah.
Because I forgot I had it.
If you have the subtle, you could just say subtle spell, and nothing will be happening. So yeah.
Alice is really into her role playing right now.
I am. Like
Fair enough,
halfway
okay.
through casting the spell, she goes, "Oh, hold on," and then she's gonna switch to doing it really quietly.
Yeah, automatic pass. I don't even have to roll for his stealth check for it. So, okay. You're probing the surface thoughts for him.
Yes.
In his mind, he's like this. Why does this have to get complicated? Alright. Hopefully the fucking tower is gonna show up. Wizard gets his whatever he wants, and then you get paid. Doesn't matter if it's empty, but hey, maybe we'll loot the place, or you'll give us something in there. I don't like these guys, though. I have to kill them later? Maybe. We'll see. Why is that one staring at me? He's like
Alice is gonna give him the little sultry fingertip wave, and then she's gonna blush and turn away like she's embarrassed.
Yeah, and then because of that mind link, you could technically now just start immediately saying what he's saying, so everyone heard it.
Yeah, she's just like an interpreter. She's just translating as she goes.
All right.
Alice, can you jump it over to the wizard?
No, because then he'll know.
Surface thoughts, no. It's only if you probe.
Oh, it's only if you probe? Oh yeah, then I'll jump it over to the wizard.
Yeah. The only thing would be if he had the ring of mind shielding, then automatic would be able to tell and just immediately block it. Looking at his item list, he does not have a ring of mind shielding. So you switch it over, and you hear him being like, first the soldiers, now these individuals, and now the tower. Why can't things ever be simple? Right. Well, if perhaps I can try to get these individuals to leave, or hopefully they'll leave before the night is over. That way we don't have to resort to any barbaric measures. Otherwise, well, we dealt with the soldiers, we'll deal with them.
All right. How about I switch from the acting approach to the direct approach? We say we're here for more or less. We say what they're here for. We ask them to leave. They're not going to say yes. But we're still not going to kill them, but we are going to just at them.
I feel like we're wasting a perfectly good Dion.
You do hear a rustling of the leaves as perhaps Dion is moved a little bit away from the group.
All right, gentlemen. Look, we're both here. We want to go to the tower. I don't trust you. I'm sure you don't trust me. We're here for good. I don't know what you're here actually for. I'm not sure how the changing of the tower guard goes. I don't know, but I would like to keep this non-violent.
Well, if you want to keep this non-violent, I would suggest then you leave before my associates make you leave.
Okay, see, I was going to say kind of the same thing.
He starts just like nods and starts moving off. You notice the soldiers, the hired hands has not moved.
I never had a chance to fix any of my skeletons, did I?
Nope.
Okay, we're doing this old school then.
I mean, I did fix. Well, I don't know if the magic would go back in them. Yeah, we fixed one.
I haven't put the magic into him to repump the spells.
He's hiking down, like getting towards the other gunners.
When you can leave as well, unless you would like to be under our employ.
You say that, Lance? Were you about to say anything or do anything?
No, when he was gonna do something and he heard her say that, so he'll pause for a second to see what she says.
Okay. He turns around and is like, well, my associates have improper employment right now. As for myself, I'm not sure what you would offer in a bribe for me to go away.
I mean, what are you
cocking her gun and everything?
What's your current rate of employment?
One more time, Chance. I'm sorry.
What's your current rate?
What are you offering to have me abandon a potential prize, such as an unguarded magician's tower?
You really think he's letting you get anything that's in the tower?
They sent soldiers here because it's not abandoned.
Sorry, what?
They sent soldiers here because it was not abandoned.
All right, so if it's not abandoned, then what do you guys intend to do? Are you going to kill the key magician?
I would not want to kill another practitioner of magic. That is one that is so esteemed. But the power that she supposedly wields out here in the middle of nowhere, tantalizing, I would say.
Wait, am I talking? I thought I was talking to the bandit. Am I talking to the dwarf?
I thought you were talking to the dwarf.
I thought she was talking to the bandit.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I was just trying to hire the bandit to turn against that guy.
I thought you were talking... Okay, rewind. Sorry, you... Okay.
I'm like, why is bandit so into magic?
Yeah, my bad. So, I'm having a little trouble hearing you, so I apologize for that. Okay. Rewind time, because you're a time wizard. You're talking to the bandit guy. Okay.
DM, before you get, has it been a minute?
No.
Okay, Alice is, as they're talking to the Bandit Lord, Alice is just listening to how the surface thoughts of the Conjurer as they're talking to the Bandit Lord.
Okay. So the surface thoughts is frustration. Definitely, he's like, again, why does everything have to be complicated for this? And then he hears Chance start talking to the Bandit Lord, and he's like, oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I will fireball everyone here if they turn on me.
Oh.
And as you say that, Chance begins her talk to the bandit, and it's like, what are they paying you? And he's like, he looks at you. Enough. What are you offering, Devilkin?
I mean, did he already pay you?
Not yet. Half up front, half at the end.
How much did he pay you? Give me a number.
5,000 gold each of us.
Gold?
Yes. What, you think we deal with silver?
No, that makes sense.
How much are our bars worth?
Let me double check. I think each bar is worth like 250. Let me double check.
Oh, okay. Not as much as I thought.
Yeah, we don't have anywhere near that much. Also, he's probably lying.
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
Can I insight him to see how much of a liar he is?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll an insight check.
Hard to say.
Let me roll for him to see if he. Hey, I'm rolling when they roll whenever is needed. So let's roll a charisma check. Yeah, that was a 4 on the die. Or sorry, a 2 on the die for a total of 4. Yeah, definitely lying through his teeth. Maybe 5,000 silver is more accurate. For
I was like, so 5,000 for all of you?
No, 5,000. We want 5,000 each of us is what we're getting paid.
Sure you are. Sure.
As you say that there, you all hear, everyone hears a distant thundering sound coming from the distance, almost like a roar.
Well, I'm gonna not do magic, but like performatively do magic as I'm summoning backup.
Okay, wait. So double check. You're gonna perform as if you are casting a spell in front of these.
Like not as if I'm casting a spell, but just as I am hearing that and like like the hand snap, like I might have to call in backup then if you don't want to help us.
Backup. Who you got as backup? The dwarf then says, it was our understanding that you got here by happenstance, that you were all alone.
We never said we were alone.
And it is actually by happenstance, which is, once he gets here, might make more sense.
Once who gets here?
Our backup. She's saying this loudly, like, all right, Dad, you're on.
A roar echoes on the mountains. The mountains themselves are echoing this draconic roar. Immediately, the bandits are just like cocking their rifles and are looking up, and they're like starting to scan the area. Is anyone gonna do anything before a dragon appears? Let me just put it that way.
I mean, I'd put your guns down. I do believe hunting is illegal in these parts.
As you say that, there is a shadow that passes, and everyone looks, and a a copper dragon flies overhead, and wings beating, and it gives a guttural roar as its eyes glow. And immediately they all shout, "Dragon!" And they're about to raise their rifles to start shooting at the dragon. Are any of you going to do anything to try to get them to run away from said dragon?
Probably.
All right, gonna go down the list. Chance, are you doing like what is your immediate reaction to try to do something to scare them rather than get them to try to fight a dragon?
It's mostly just no. I wouldn't do like that if I were you. It's more than just a dragon.
All right, roll intimidation check, please. While you're doing that, Erlon, are you doing anything as the copper dragon makes his debut in front of them? If you're talking, you're on mute, Erlon. All right. Maybe you stepped away. We'll come back to you, hopefully. Go to Alice. Anything Alice is doing?
I am reading this thing. Uh, yeah. Let me just hold on. Subtract 2 from this. Oh, yeah, okay, clearly.
3.
Yeah, so Alice is going to look at this bandit gunner right here. And I'm going to cast suggestion on him and tell him he needs to run as far as he can, as fast as he can, without stopping, and take his friends with him.
All right, and that's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, yes.
All right, wisdom save. What's your spell save DC?
17.
He rolled a 17. So,
Okay.
are you gonna silvery barbs him?
Yeah, I'm gonna silvery barbs him, and she's just like glaring at him. It's a dragon. Run.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're shouting that. It's a
Yeah,
dragon, run!
yeah,
To
yeah.
emphasize the fear element.
I just don't want to break you guys'
I know.
eardrums.
That's why I'm saying you probably
Brish,
are
brish.
saying that. He rolled an 18. Anyone
Okay,
else
well,
silvery barbing him?
fuck this guy.
No, this one's got balls of steel. He's not backing down.
No, he is not.
I will. You know what? I'll help you. I will. Cutting words the 17.
Okay, roll your bardic
I mean,
die.
isn't her DC 17?
No, he re-rolled it to 18, so you just need to
But
roll.
silvery barbs is takes the lowest number. It doesn't. If they reroll higher, it's take the lowest number.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's why you can't use it to like help your allies.
Fair. All right. So you do. How do you say the
So
cutting
I
words?
just have to like
Run. Also,
you don't want to do this. Just go.
he just freaks out as two people are just shouting to him to go, and he grabs one of his friends and is like, "We gotta go, we gotta go!" And they're just like he's dragging him away. Once one person starts to buckle, the others start to buckle. And Chance, did you roll 24 intimidation? Okay.
Flip one. I did use Manny on that one.
Yeah, which is fine. 25 intimidation. Lance, are you doing anything?
Yeah, he's gonna subtle spell cast Reaper Spirit. He's doing that so he can say different somatic components that don't make sense for the spell, and he's gonna say something like, when the dragon flies over you and the spirit of death appears before you, your time has already come. Your only chance is to flee before the Reaper catches you. And he's going to cast the Reaper right in front of the bandit leader so that he's immediately within range of the spirit of death.
And the spirit of death appears as you say this prophetic message, making not sounding like a spell. he freaks out and just shoves Chance away. The other gunner just rushes as well, and they are immediately running away.
Now the question is, do we want the dwarf to go away, or do we want to deliver him to the keeper of the tower?
What are you all doing? It's now whatever you're gonna do. Because they're trying to drag him away. He's like upset, but his forces are buckling, and there's a dragon and the rest of you. So, what are you doing to try to get the dwarf to stay?
I mean, I'm asking if we want to essentially take him hostage. He wanted to see the inside. Do we want to take him hostage and let the keeper of the tower deal with him? Yes, no? Anybody?
Erlon, catch.
I mean, I can vortex warp him right over here.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
All right, are you casting vortex warp?
Yeah.
All right.
And yes, Erlon catch.
We're gonna try to do that. Let's roll for him. His thing. Oh, okay, natural 20. So plus stuff. So he resists. Unless you're gonna silvery barbs that one, but
yes.
Okay. He sees you doing this, so he's gonna counterspell. What levels are you? Wait, does Chance have counterspell or Lance?
No, I don't have counterspell.
I have counterspell. I'll counterspell his counterspell.
Okay.
Because he can't. He's too far away to counterspell her. He's more than 60 feet away.
He's
75.
You're right. I didn't even measure it yet. So, okay. Silvery barbs. Let's go for the next one. That's a 19 plus stuff. So total of 19. All right. He resists. The copper dragon breathes acid.
Can I get him? Stop that!
He's not breathing it at them. He's breathing
okay.
it. Yeah, you didn't let me. you see it and you say stop that, and he kind of like veers, like creating like a line for it, like that you shall not pass, and then you're like, oh, okay. And then
I will, however, on my next turn, do a third level vortex warp.
Okay.
120 feet.
That I'm not even lying. An 18. Do you silvery barbs that one?
Oh, well, I think that would be out of my range.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he has a +0 to his con, but he rolled a 20, a 19, and an 18.
Okay.
I didn't mean to move myself.
I'll do it one more time.
All right, they're even further. You're chasing after them. And
I got 150 feet.
Yeah. Okay. 2. I am fair with.
Let's go.
5 spells. I don't know. Mark off those spells.
Okay.
You vortex warp him, and immediately the bandits turn around as you've taken away their paycheck.
Oh, as soon as he appears right in front of me, I'm going to use an action to slap silver manacles on him.
All right. So this is going to be this is contested. Like you're trying to grapple and slap them on him. So roll an athletics check. And he will roll.
I'm a muscle wizard.
I am aware of that. He still gets a chance.
He's a dwarf, though, so.
Maybe he's a muscle wizard, too.
Yeah, he still gets a chance for things. Okay, I'm looking up his athletics. Okay. Natural 20 for 22.
I will silvery barbs that one just by smacking him in the face with a glove. Stop that. Right. Stop resisting.
He's a 2. Like 20 or 2. Those are like things I'm rolling right now.
I thought you wanted to go into the tower.
All right, you slap, because it's just like how it's not going to be just like a one thing for if someone was to like jump Lance chance or anything. You get 1 manacle on him. You're going to try for the second one.
We also did ask Erlon to, and I don't know if Erlon is available at the moment.
Erlon grab.
Yeah, Erlon, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, Sorry.
For one, you get to wrestle a wizard,
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah. Do you want to wrestle a wizard?
I guess so.
If so, roll an athletics check. He will roll.
Well,
22 against a dirty 20. So you slap the second manacles on, and the silver, he seems to recoil from it as it has a numbing effect on him. The dragon kind of looks at them and he's like, wait. And this is Dion the dragon talking, and his voice is proud and resonating. Why are we bringing him into the tower?
I mean, don't you think the tower magician would want to know who's out to kill him? Her? Them?
She'll
It's
torture
either,
him. All right.
it's either bring him as a prisoner now, or he runs away with the others and tries this next week.
Yeah, you notice the bandits kind of like regrouping, pointing their rifles, and Dion just turns around, inhales, and breathes acid as like a warning shot. This time, kind of directing it towards them. I'm gonna roll a intimidation check for him. And I'll give him an advantage because of you guys. 17. And let me just do a wisdom save for the bandit leader. No. Yep. All right. He breathes acid, a column of it melting the grass and everything before it, almost reaching them, and they decide it's not worth it, and they flee, running.
I was gonna say Lance's next move was if they did shoot at him, Lance was gonna cast Fireball. Because they were in a perfect fireball formation.
I know, and they also have gunpowder and everything. Well, it doesn't catch on fire for anything Warner carried, but still, that would have been a very scary thing to see a fireball with a dragon, no less. All right, Dion is like, and then he kind of turns around. What's everyone's passive perception?
21.
16.
15.
All right, y'all clearly see it. The wound is reopened for Dion. There's like a little bit of blood seeping, or a lot of blood starting to seep down on his side as he comes gingerly towards you all.
Lance will just hand him a healing potion and say, "Fix that."
Kind of looks. Ah, damn it! It is cursed. All right. He kind of transforms back into human form, or elven form, I should say.
Would it be better to physically stitch it instead of using a potion? Or is that not going to help?
Healing potion didn't work. Healing magic didn't work. This is stitching it, maybe, but it could just be a cursed thing. Downfall. Hubris is all about her downfalls.
Yeah, so sooner we can get back to another one of you, that would be probably better. Okay, hey, dwarf
maybe
guy.
A long rest, maybe, I don't know. But
I'm gonna put a blindfold on the dwarf guy.
Lance will quickly cast Dispel Magic on it to see if it does anything.
Dispel Magic on who and what?
On the wound.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic. Nothing happens. You do remember him mentioning curse? Which, do you have remove curse?
I don't.
Okay.
Zanny does.
Zanny, let me see if she's prepared the spell for the day. Let's see. Acrid Shot, Erupting Earth, Fireball. No, I do not see it. So, might have to wait for a long rest for her to be able to do it.
Lance is gonna take this guy's spellbook and flip through it real quick. Does it have remove curse in it?
Let me look at his spell. No, but it has Stinking Cloud, and Cloud Kill, and Conjure Elemental, and Evard's Black Tentacles, and Stone Skin has upper levels. So he was a 5th level, like casting 5th level magic spells.
Cool. Lance is just gonna hold on to that for now.
Yeah. He's like, give me back my spell book.
You can have it back once we get inside.
And anyway, I was tying a blindfold around this guy.
Yeah, you tie it up, and he's fidgeting and upset, but he can't really do anything, especially if there's a dragon nearby.
Also, Zanny loops Dion in.
Yeah, good idea. And she's gonna connect everyone.
I don't have earmuffs.
And Dion is gonna go over and be like, "All right, let's get inside." Door. He kind of grabs the door, and he closes it, and then he kicks it open, and it breaks off the hinges. All right, grabs it, flips it, and then puts it back in place. Let's go. And he turns the knob, pushes, and you see there's an interior inside that is not ruins.
The trick is doing it Erlon's way.
Yeah, you all think wizards are all about magic and everything. Sometimes it's just the unexpected. I mean, seriously, who would think of doing that? She's a satyr. She's sadistic.
I mean, that was my next kind of move. I just don't have the strength for that.
Yeah, you have to
bring it around.
You have to literally kick it in one go. All right. You all enter an area one by one. Well, let me ask, does anyone else stay behind, or is everyone going inside before I change scenes?
No, but Lance is going to leave the Spirit of Death outside just to stand on the bluff and scare the guys away with the held action of anybody gets close to use their striking fear on attack on them.
Perfect. And yeah, she can stand as a sentinel. You all enter the area, and inside is a nice, lavish area, full of keys. On one side of the wall, you see there are perhaps hundreds of keys just lined up, just on like a pit, and then on the wall, there's even dozens of larger keys inside. One by one, you enter. Dion's like, all right, close the door, and let's find the right key and go meet the key wizard, if she's still here.
Do we have to find the right key to open that door?
The next door? Yeah. Again, it's all about whimsy for her. So, he goes over, looks away, reaches in, and just like is shuffling through the keys, pulls one out. Nope, tosses it, reaches in, and you hear like the clinking of metal as it's like all the things are like dingling, and as he's like shoveling through his hand through like the keys, and he pulls one out. This is the one. You have to try.
How do you? Okay.
What is Lance's reaction to a supposed wizard that is this eccentric?
You do. Would Lance know she's a satyr?
He did say she's a satyr. Just now.
Lance is just sitting there going, "Fucking Faye." Just. That's he's thinking it.
Yeah.
The others can probably hear it in the little mind link thing.
Yeah.
Just
they all hear it, including Dion. So.
Lance is sitting there just like this, like.
Well, we can't see you because the thing.
He's just sitting there like. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to try twice, reaching your hand amongst all these keys, and if you're looking, it won't work. You have to look away, reach in, pull it out, one key, throw it away, pull out the next key, that's the one. Things you would never guess. Am I right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel for anyone that isn't a wizard, that's pretty much just what we would do. Pick one, try it, that one doesn't work, pick another one.
Oh, if you tried the key, you basically pull it out, toss it away. But if you tried that key over there, it's going to open up into a nasty portal. So, but let's go on forward and way the key wizard's upstairs in her library. And that is where we're going to go on our break. So, let's go on a 10-minute break. We'll be back, folks, in 10 minutes, and see you all then. Take care. All right, welcome back, folks. We're back from our break. Thank you for being patient with that. Let's get back into the story and see what's going on with the group as they are now inside the key tower. So let's see what's going on with everyone's reactions. Let's start with Chance. Is there anything you're doing as Dion is going forward, unlocking the next door, and leading the group? Is she thinking anything, having any emotions or feelings, being in a magician's tower like this?
I mean, she's just taking it in.
Okay, cool. Erlon, any reaction from Erlon with all these keys? Does he try to take any of them?
I don't think so really right now.
Okay. No worries. So cool. Alice, what is Alice's reaction to all this? And does she try to take a key?
No, see, Alice is looking at everything distastefully because she thinks it's gaudy to have this much stuff hanging on your walls. So she's judging the area because she thinks it's very unbecoming, especially of a. This is Alice, all right? This is not me. She thinks it's unbecoming of a strong female to have such a cluttered, untidy, unlovely to look at house.
Especially right at the entrance.
Exactly. This is what you're supposed to inspire your people with. Alice is not feeling the whimsy. She's feeling stressed.
With all the metal keys and everything.
She doesn't know what to expect later on. If this is the foyer, what does the library look like? Is there even books, or is it just more keys?
We'll see. So
Alice is dragging feminism back 50 years.
So awesome. Lance, what's Lance's reaction? I know you mentioned the Fae, freaking Fae. Any other thoughts?
He's just like shaking his head at everything. Like he's like looking at everything like, oh, like as we're walking, he just like points to that key. He's like, oh, I bet you that key is, the key to a lost temple, and I bet you that key's the key to, that drawer in somebody's house that they can't find. And that key right there is the key to someone's heart, but that's why they're unloved. And he's just like making up stupid things for all the keys as they're walking by him.
Yep. And Dion's like, you're probably not wrong about half of them. He unlocks the door, and you guys are in a stairway next. And they're just floating keys, just floating about everywhere as he starts leading you guys up the staircase, going towards the top, higher up in the tower. The keys do kind of like part away from you all, kind of like almost like a curtain of sorts. But yeah, there's just a bunch of golden keys hanging around as you all are climbing up the staircases. For the record, does anyone take any of the keys, or does everyone leave the keys alone?
Lance wants nothing to do with them.
Why would we be stealing from the person we're trying to visit?
I know, I'm just asking, just to make sure. So, all right. You all reach the end of the staircase, and it's there. He pushes in the door, and he enters the library, which, surprise, surprise, full of keys.
Oh no, I wasn't wrong.
There are keys everywhere. Let me roll a d4.
There's not this many doors in the world.
Yeah, there are. Well, not in this world, but...
Actually, Alice, all right, Alice, roll a d100.
Oh, gladly. There it is. Oh.
56. That is above the 50 you needed.
Perfect.
All right. He starts looking around, and Dion's just kind of like looking, kind of like almost like if these were books, as he's like passing by, and he's like, "I can sense you, key magician. You here? Yes? No? Maybe?" And around a corner, a woman arrives. She is dressed in reds and greens, has long golden hair, and 2 goat horns on top of her head. And you can hear the soft clip-clop suddenly of her hoofed feet as she wanders around a corner. Yes, green and red robes, Lance, not green skin. Traveler, you're back. She smiles. Yep, and I brought a few guests with us with me. How are you doing? He kind of winces and he reaches towards his wound. Been better. And she kind of eyes the dwarf. Is this the one that was outside?
Yeah, he wanted some of your knowledge. He was going about it the wrong way instead of just, asking to be an apprentice at your tower.
By the way, did you guys? I know you blindfolded him. Did you gag him as well?
He wasn't previously saying anything, so no.
Okay. We've been talking in our heads up until this point.
Yeah, we were saying all the secret stuff, because we don't have headphones or head things for him. But I don't think we gagged him unless he was complaining along the way.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been very compliant. But now that you're speaking out loud, he definitely is like, I only wanted to know what was inside the tower, and I did not mean to offend your ladyship. She's just like, yeah, he's lying. Anyway, let's deal with him just for a moment. She goes and she just plucks a key from somewhere, goes back to where you just entered, and she just twists the key in the lock and opens the door again, and you see it's in a dungeon cell. Toss him in there.
Yeah, you should have just asked if you could have been an apprentice.
Your ladyship, please, have mercy. Let me make amends to you. I'll figure it out later. Just toss him in there.
All right, stay here for now.
Is that room warded?
It is. It's in a demi-plane.
Lance will pop his manacles off and then kick him in there and slam the door on him.
Yeah.
He's gonna leave the blindfold on him though.
Yeah, he's he falls over, and as he's picking himself up, trying to rip off the blindfold, you've already slammed the gated for the bars, and then she just closes the door gingerly. Alright, hopefully I remember to deal with him later. Alright, so what brings the traveler and heroes, I'm imagining, to my humble abode? Well, you see, the Dwelling Ruins deposited us here. So, I think that means it's time. It's ready. Excellent. Let me share the news. So, for everyone here, where are my matters? Key Magician, these are the Crimson Peacekeepers. I'll allow each of you to introduce yourself unless you want me to. He kind of looks at everyone. He's like, Zanashara, hi.
Lance Al Black Sands.
Alice is going to push them both aside and hold out her hand. Alice Mazza.
She nods. She takes your hand and shakes it a little awkwardly. Great. Does Erlon and Chance introduce themselves?
That's Big Red.
Big Red.
Oh, he remembered that much.
I think.
Just pat you on the head gently.
Yeah, patting him on the head. She's like, I'm the Key Magician. It's a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. You must have braved and had a long journey ahead, or had a long journey that you've overcome if you survived the Dwelling Ruins. How long were you there, traveler? I honestly don't know. What's the date today? Do you know? Can't say that I know.
We're sometime early harvest.
I believe it's the 5th.
Oh, okay. About 2-3 months I've been missing. Or not missing, but in that realm. Understandable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. sometimes it feels like a tripling effect in the Dwelven Ruins, at least from experience. But yes, to answer your question, the key is ready. Great. For everyone else, I did promise answers, so shall we have some treats and eat and prepare ourselves here, or do you want them elsewhere? I don't want to impose on the key magician's hospitality, but I mean, she hasn't had a lot of guests. I'm sure she wouldn't mind hearing you guys hearing all about us.
I'm going to keep my vote to myself.
I believe Alex should already be home.
All right.
I don't mind hanging out and meeting another one of the tower magicians.
I'm gonna roll for Zanny to see what her response will be. All right. Odd here, even. Go back, like go back home-ish. As much as I'd love to reminisce or be here and find out what exactly is going on about all these keys, I'd much rather go home. It's been a long day, days, month. I think all of us probably, or not Lance, but I'd say we would want to go home. Like Rachel Virginia Antebellum Bell. Yes, yes. Nothing bad, no better than no baby. All right. Fair. One vote yes, one vote stay. Anyone else have anything?
Oh, go ahead, Jens.
Oh, no, I was just going to ask, as far as we need a lot of healing and anti-cursing magic. I'm not sure whether that is under your conjuration forte. We should go back someplace with more resources.
Unfortunately, there's nothing here that I can provide. But I can get you places where there is healing. What does Erlon say in like one word? Does he say stay or does he say home?
I kind of want to shoot. I guess go back or so home.
Okay.
Or not really home, but yeah, go back.
Okay. Yeah, not our home, but like back is expressed. And she's like, understandable. Where is back? Zarek? Is Zarek the answer or Jedna?
Zarek.
Zarek. All right.
Question, Miss Key Magician. Can I come back and talk to you later at some point?
Probably.
Since we're leaving.
Probably not. This place is very warded. But is there?
Do you have a teleportation circle here I can come visit sometime?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't deal with teleportation circles. I deal with keys.
If I come to the front door, can I come in? I know how to get in now. Or will you change the locks as soon as we leave?
I probably would change the locks, but what is it that you want to talk about?
I'm just curious to know about you and why you chose to study key magic. That's such a unique concept of magic, and it's not something you hear about very often. It's just interesting because it's different. Mm-hmm. I don't need to learn anything or steal anything for you. I just more want to talk at some point in the future. Could be after we save the world or whatever it is we're supposed to do.
Roll a roll a persuasion check with advantage. Because I did mention she's very reclusive for it. Dirty 20. Seeing as you are esteemed enough, or yes, I'll agree to that then. Not to be
Thank
rude
you.
or anything, I just want to limit how many people come to my tower.
Understandable. Like I said, I won't be here long. Won't bug you forever. Just want it. It's such a novel type of magic. I'm just curious about the how you got into it, type thing.
Of
So.
course.
Do you take apprentices?
What was that, Chance?
Do you take apprentices?
No, I do not.
Who is what tower does conjuration apprenticeship? If not you.
I think there are others that have conjuration towers. Honestly, I haven't kept up with who's accepting apprentices or not at this moment. I perhaps should start to leave my tower and not travel the realms.
I mean, at least have a second person so that, there's like your unwanted guests don't.
We'll see. I want to find out more about how he found out or what he knows and if he's worthy or not.
He was convinced that you had abandoned your tower long ago and he was here to steal whatever was left behind.
I mean, the second thing he did say, and I don't know if you were here for this or not, but he said soldiers had come here recently.
I did see that there was the Arif has sided with the West. Not surprising that soldiers would suddenly be coming here. The Sultana would probably want access to my magics.
Yes, so I was curious whether they had talked to you, threatened you, something else.
They hadn't been able to figure out the door, and I'm assuming that perhaps they were killed by the dwarf and his bandits.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression we got.
But I'll investigate it. I should investigate it, and there's just been a lot of things going on with the realmic realignment that have occupied my time.
I hear it's over.
Yes. But for now, when she goes, she's like, this way, I'll get you back to, well, first things first, let me get you your key, Traveler. Then I'll get you back to Zarek. So you guys head off following her for it, and you see rows and rows and rows and rows of keys. It is a library of keys. And she goes towards one area. I will say, Lance, your detect magic has already faded by the time you're here for it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you were going to try to recast it or not.
No, Lance assumes if he casted it in here, he'd be blind.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm sparing you that for it. She goes around, finds a desk, uses a key to open the desk, pulls out a box, uses another key to open up that box, pulls out another box, and uses a key to open that box. Finally, she pulls out a golden key. It's a rather large one, not super large, but bigger than your ordinary key. And she hands it to the Traveler. I'm trusting you with this. I really don't like making these type of keys for anyone. And I really appreciate it. They will make good use of it, I'm sure. Chosen by the 16. How much higher of a recommendation can you get than that? She kind of gives him an annoyed glare. The Sultanas were chosen by the 16, and look how they ended up. Fair, but
right.
Yes, I'll try to watch over them. And who's your mentor?
Us?
Yes.
Revnos.
Oh gods. He's like, how? And she just the satyr just grins. They're ready for it. He's like, he rarely accepts it.
He's awesome and such a
interesting individual.
Asshole is the right word, but yes.
You see him just his eyes are wide, Okay. I can do this. We can do this. All right.
Oh, also, I think he's
You
still
see,
at my
he's like
house.
literally like struggling to speak for the
He's
first
not
time.
in
He's like,
Zerek.
he is an interesting individual.
Oh, he's staying at my uncle's house right now. So, and he's probably been there since we left Tamashk. So, imagine how he feels.
Well, that's fine, I guess.
He's not used to having anybody there.
Yeah. Knowing him, he may have made a simulacrum of himself and dealt with it that way. Either way, we'll get along. Travel and grace, right? Right. All right. Could you kindly open the door to Zarek? Of course, she says, with a little smile. She leads you all towards one final door. All right. This, and she pulls out a key ring, just like is going through a bunch of them. This one. Clicks it, turns it, and you see the door glows with arcane sigils, and then dulls. All right. Assuming this door will take you in the middle of an abandoned shed in Zarek. So you should be able to find your way there. She opens the door, and you see it's a dark, damp, kind of like shed in there. Go inside. I'll close the door, and you'll be in Zarek.
Go ahead.
Oh, Alice is just gonna go. It's been lovely to meet you, darling. I do so hope we cross paths again. Also, you're overdoing it with the key thing, honestly. Okay, love you, goodbye. And then she's just starting to walk through.
Wait, DM didn't catch that. What did you say about the key thing?
Oh, she said she's overdoing it with the key thing.
Overdoing it with the key thing. Okay, okay, bye. And she's just like, just shrugs. It's like the Black Magician's Tower, just completely black and darkness and everything. Every tower has their theme.
That's what Lance is thinking. He's like, you should see the inside of the Black Tower. It's literally just black. Like, my house is black, but that place is blacker.
Yeah, just shadow energy.
It's good to have multiple interests, I think is what she's saying.
I have locks. She kind of like smiles.
That's something. Maybe just try to do a little alternating pattern. Maybe some doors. Put some doors in.
Doors. Starts thinking. Door theme, maybe. Either way, I'm sure we'll be in touch. Lance, yourself with if you're visiting, and then the rest of you if with regards to the key.
Yeah, Lance is like one of the last ones to walk through. Then he steps through and then turns around and walks back in. He's like, "Oh, do you want that guy's spell book?"
I don't really care for it. You're gonna.
Are you gonna give it back to him, or do you care if I keep it?
If you want to take it, take it. If not, if you
Okay.
leave it here, I'll either return it with him or destroy it if I destroy him. I might even give it to him. I might just give it to him and then drop him somewhere in the abyss.
That's just. I love you, but
Smirks.
we need to talk later. Skeleton key. Anyway, Lance is murmuring. He's like, "I'm gonna keep it though." Okay, thanks. Appreciate
Spoils of war.
it.
Till next time, Crimson Peacekeepers. Farewell. And she closes the door, and it clicks, and you see the door glows itself, and then it fades. The traveler pushes the door, like turns the knob, pushes it open, and you see the night sky of Zarek. You guys are back in the city. So, let's go back to the city map. Lance, roll me a d8, please. Seven. Okay. You guys exit out there and start wandering about trying to find your bearings because you come out of a shed and you're kind of like trying to find out where are you exactly. So, who's trying to find their way of what part of town they're in?
Me confidently.
Confidently. Okay. Roll me a survival check.
Please beat. No, I was hoping that was intelligence. I wanted to get lost.
We're absolutely in Old Town, and Alice doesn't know where we are anyway.
That would be hilarious. Okay. All right. You find yourself that you are in Almirade, this side of the city, for it near Factorium. You would know that nearby there is the electric company, a potion shop, and a firearms store. But otherwise, it's a normal neighborhood. You're probably 30 minutes away from your home.
We do have a bit of a walk, I suppose, but it could be worse. Could be worse.
That's fine. Let's get heading over there. I'm gonna call and let our little green friend know that we're back and we have our other friend, so he can get there and hopefully have a way to fix the thing on him.
What time is it?
You have no idea.
Is the sun up or sundown?
I always know what time it is.
Okay, that's right. You have the keen mind now. So, forgot. Come on, so, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be a little bit of a stickler there. Roll me an intelligence check because you were in one area, time zones. So, roll an intelligence check as you kind of reorient with time.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Don't lose a finger. Don't lose a finger.
I'm gonna re-roll that and also take my ring off after that.
Because you don't want Manny to just chomp that off. Okay. You sense for a moment Manny about to eat your finger, and you feel a surge of luck. You then yank Manny off. And it takes a while. You think for a moment as you stare up at the stars, and that's how you calculate the time. Because you were in a time zone-y area, or timey-wimey area. Then you were suddenly in an area where it was sunset. And now you're in an area that's more west. And then you're able to calculate it very quickly, the timing. And then it resets. And now you know for sure the time in this area. It's about 8:30.
Okay. I was trying to determine the appropriateness of sending messages to various people.
Yep. It still is appropriate timing. So.
Lance is going to send that message then right away.
Okay, what message are you sending?
I'm sending to Revenos, and I'm saying, we're back. Have Traveler meet us at Miser Manor. Bring Harbinger Curse removal remedy if you can. Which one was the one that fought us? Sorry, that's outside of the thing. Which one was the one that fought us?
Ignorance and hubris.
Which one's the one that stabbed him?
Hubris.
Hubris cut him, and it keeps bleeding. Also, let my uncle know. Thanks.
Great. I'm glad Grace's information is correct. I'm already in Zarek. So let's meet the Miser Mansion and also descending to your uncle. See you soon. Do you relay that to everyone?
Yeah.
Talk.
He'll tell everybody, Rivnos is here and he's waiting for us at Alice's house, so we should probably grab a carriage and get over there quickly.
Oh,
I
how
kind
long
of
has he
figured as
been
much.
there?
I don't know. He just said he was waiting for us.
Oh no.
That Grace told him Grace's information was correct, and he will be waiting for us there.
Yeah, I should probably check in with Change, the traveler size. He's gonna yell at me.
Yeah, they were apparently looking for you. You should make your temple thing let your god talk to you.
Well, number one, that's not my temple thing, and number two, it's that those ruins block out the divine. So
Then what was that room? That felt pretty divine.
that I would say when we're in a more secure area than this, as you guys are in the middle of like the town. Awesome. All right. Chance, do you do any sendings? Alice, do you go get a carriage?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a charisma check, Alice. And then Chance, are you doing any sendings right now or in chat?
I will send to to my little brother right now, and then I will mirror to Wolf when we get back to the banner.
Okay.
And probably in chat.
Gotcha.
That could be a little bit longer, but yeah, and I'll just be like, "Hello, no, I disappeared for oops no for a while. Time stuff. I'm back in Zerk. How are you? Love you. So sorry."
Sherry, you're back. Doing okay. Jedna is awesome. I'm glad you're back. I was getting worried about you. Like, really worried. But hey, time magic's cool. That's it. All right. Alice, you are able to get a carriage, and you guys are now on the carriage ride. You do notice that Dion, when he gets in the carriage, he's like, all right, this might take a minute, it might take the whole trip, but shake me if you need me. And he kind of like leans back, takes a deep breath, and then his eyes glow as he starts communing with the goddess of change. You do see him wince a bit, like immediately, as if he's being yelled at.
I imagine it's like the Howler scene in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
It's like, seriously, I told you not to do that. You went there. I know you had to do it, but you could have, and so on and so forth. All right. You guys take the trip. Is there any conversation you're having as you are riding towards the Misere Mansion? If not, you guys get to the mansion.
I imagine it's just a general, like, we're tired.
Yeah, you guys probably would be very, very tired.
I just like the sigh of, I really wanted to go to Jedna.
Yeah. All right, let me grab tokens. Put you all at the front. And let me grab. All right, let me grab the traveler. All right, traveler's with you, and let me grab Revenos. All right. So it is about, I would say, because you took a carriage, it's about 8:45 when you guys arrive at the Miser Mansion. Alice, you have the key. I'm sure you're sick of all the keys, but you do have a
Yes,
key.
very quickly.
It's funny. It's like you're eager, and then you pull out a key. You're like, ugh, it's just too many keys all at once. But
Joke's on you, I'm gonna redesign my house around her aesthetic.
and
It's the key.
Shut up.
I mean, it is kind of cool to just see everywhere keys. But yeah, a lot. That was a lot of keys.
Too much, too much.
Anyway, you enter you unlock your gate, you get in, and you go towards the door, and I'm assuming you just open the door, and right there is Bruce and Revenos.
Oh, my two
Darling!
favorite
And he
men.
just goes and he immediately hugs and kisses you.
Hello, darling. So you've been getting on well without me.
I've missed you dearly.
Hello, Revnose.
Hello. What, no kiss for me either?
Oh, only went out without my husband around, darling.
Either way. Traveler? Grace? It's good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you too. You know what? The hell with it. It's good to see you, Grace. And he just goes over and he hugs Revenos, and Revenos is like, play this game then. He's like, yep, we're gonna play this game. He kind of like, and he's like, the traveler grins at him. All right. The slivers are here. Did you find what you needed in you're bleeding. He kind of, Revenos looks at the blood that's on his shirt now. He's like, he just prestidigitates.
I told you that there was a curse that needed to be fixed.
I'm aware, but then he came and hugged me forcibly.
Probably just to get blood on you.
Probably. He kind of like looks at the traveler. Traveler's like, look, I don't control when I bleed or not. You assume this is on purpose.
No, but you know that you were bleeding.
I wasn't a minute ago, but he kind of like, right. So how about we stitch him up, or do you got anything, Revenos, that you can do? Well, remove curse. Let's try this out. And you see his eyes glow for a moment, and he reaches forward, and he's gonna cast remove curse. Let me just roll for Revenos a check. Let me pull up his character sheet.
Quick, somebody cast guidance on the sliver.
You can.
Or enhance ability or whatever one helps.
So that's a d20 plus 16. 32. Yeah. Hey, 16 plus 16.
The gods have spoken.
Exactly. And immediately you see as his hands glow green and they turn from green to a spectrum of colors. The traveler kind of like winces, and you could see the colors, the prismatic energy just like surge, and it shatters something as there's like this scream, this almost like ethereal scream of indignation fade away. Well, there you go. Excellent. All right. Shouldn't be bleeding on anyone, at least not intentionally or unintentionally. Shouldn't be bleeding on anyone now. Yes. Well, you all are. Congratulations. You have found the traveler. Now, traveler, do you have what we need? I have the thing. Yes, I do. Are we now speaking the pronoun game? You started it, didn't you? Do you have the trammel? Yes. And he kind of like reaches forward. Let me. Oh, didn't upload that. All right. And he pulls out the spike that you saw earlier, the same thing that he used to stab Hubris. Excellent. Well, I think the rest of us do you all need to rest, or do you want to have this conversation right now?
Do we need to do magic?
No.
I would like to stop being dumb. I'm sure Erlan wants to talk too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk now, but I'm not sure how much they'll remember in the morning if we don't let them rest.
All right. The curse was from, and the traveler's like, ignorance, did it? Ah.
I hope that it's fixed in the morning. Otherwise, you might need more removing curses or something.
Yes. You guys can take a long rest. That should undo whatever it does, and if it's not in the morning, we'll use greater restoration and or wish to break, or another remove curse to break it.
I don't want to wake up dumb.
Well, and Bruce is like, but you're not dumb.
Oh, darling,
Oh,
you don't
she
even
is
know.
right now.
I can't read.
Wait, what?
I can't read. I've forgotten how.
We fought the literal incarnation of ignorance, and it made her dumb.
Oh dear. All right.
Best part is I know I'm dumb.
You kind of like,
She's not quite that dumb, but she's dumb enough to know that she's dumber than normal.
Bruce kind of like gives you a side hug, Alice, and he just like pats you in the head, like, there, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Hopefully I can sleep it off. Wouldn't be the first time I've had to sleep off a case of being a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, let's get you rested up. I think that would be then best. Let's have them all rest, Revenos, and whatever it is, you can wait till the morning. I'm sure it can. Very well.
So she has the mental capacity if we determine like a 12 or 13-year-old.
You're talking very low, Lance. What was that?
I was muttering to myself. I was like, if she's like 12 or 13 now, like age dumb, and I was giving her alcohol, is Lance in trouble for contributing to the delinquency of a minor?
It's not. I mean, she's illiterate. I don't know. I personally don't know any 12-year-olds who are illiterate.
I know some 18-year-olds that are.
I was going to say, I know some high schoolers that are.
I had faith in you. Fair.
Nah.
Fair. Okay. Maybe. But I think it's just dumbness, not ageness, that has been affected. So, all right. You all go about and start doing a long rest, and yeah, you guys will then go forward. Let's go very quickly and see if anyone is doing anything in particular that night before the morning. So, Alice, or no, sorry, Chance, are you doing anything in the that night that you want to do right now?
Not that I'm thinking this very second, but probably something.
Okay, I'll circle back to you then. Erlon, is there anything you want to do tonight as you are getting a long rest?
No, probably just think about what message I'm gonna send Eloquent.
Yeah. Do you want to message Eloquent? You now know.
No, because I'm dumb as shit right now.
Yeah. You're dumb, but
Been literally
you're
saving
like,
this whole time.
Eloquent.
Like,
Yeah. You said he can speak in one-word sentences. He's got 25. He wants to use all 25 of them.
Yeah, you could do 25 sentences.
Erlon, like, eloquent, pretty.
Yeah. So no, he will wait. He will wait, unfortunately.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's for Erlon. You wait till the morning. Alice, is there anything you want to do that night, reunited with Bruce, but having an intelligence of 7?
After Lance's comment about me having the mental capacity of a 12-year-old, no thank you, DM. I don't want to put us on a list. I believe tonight I will go to bed. Thank you for asking.
No, okay. Fine.
I don't want to contribute to the delinquency of the youth in the area when I am the youth in the area.
Age.
Okay. No, I mean they're just gonna talk. It's nothing crazy.
Do you tell him everything that happened, or are you just...
Oh, in exquisite detail to the best of my like.
I
Have
was
you
about
ever
to
had
say,
a
exquisite is
conversation?
pushing it.
No. So, like when Mitchell's niece is telling us a story, it's gonna be, and then you won't believe what happened next. So it's a lot of and thens, repeating myself and possibly making things up.
Okay, I'm gonna roll, and then because that reminds me of like, dude, where's your car? Where's my car? I'm gonna roll wisdom save for Bruce for all the and then. I'll give him advantage because he's married to you. 21.
Perfect.
He endures
At least
it.
he adores it. What are you talking about?
Indoors, adores. It's a fine line. It's pronunciation. It's fine. Awesome. All right, Lance. Anything you're doing?
Lance is putting all of his skeletons back together. He's remagicifying them.
Okay, remagicifying them. Great. Anything else you're doing that night?
No, he is kind of muttering to himself, wishing he had killed some of those bandits so he could make another one. You said it was like 9. It was only like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I would say right now it's 9 o'clock. You guys could get dinner, late dinner. You guys are tired and hungry, but yeah.
Yeah, Lance is gonna keep trying to figure out how to do this. The goblinoid thing, since he actually has time and it's safe to pull out those bones and play with them.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, it is nighttime for the group. Everyone starts to get the long rest. And let me see something really quickly.
We all get stabbed in our sleep.
Erlon, would you kindly roll me a D100, please?
Stand for dying, but yes, I will do that. 74. Okay. As you dream and sleep. As I dream.
As you dream. This is the first time you're having in a long time where you feel comfortable in a bed. It's been a long time since you've been in a nice, comfortable bed. And you rest, and you sleep. There are no nightmares that come to you, thankfully. But in the middle of your dreams, you start to see in this blackness red. Then you see it spreads, and it encompasses, almost for a moment like blood. It spreads everywhere before it solidifies and it forms, and color starts popping out. But everything has like a slightly red tinge to it. It's a city. There's parades. There's people chanting "Big Red, Big Red, Big Red, Big Red," and you're there. You're soaking it all in. It's a great dream. And then you're holding hands somehow with like someone, not holding hands, like arms, like arms with someone for it. Not technically holding hands, but like you're holding someone's arm for it as you're walking forward. And a voice coos and whispers, or doesn't whisper, but talks to you. And it's like, this is a wonderful thing that you can accomplish. I suspected you were meant for greatness. And as you turn, you see Elenara is with you. Fame, glory, power, all to help others, though, not selfishly. What's Erlon's reaction with Elenara in his dream?
Happy to see what it was. Not happy to see who it was, I guess.
or I guess not unhappy, but I guess taken aback to see who it was.
She kind of cups your cheeks and everything. And she's like, "Oh, poor Erlon. You want so much to help others, yet there's so much to do, so much to, so many people to fight, and yet you don't know for sure if you'll save the ones you truly love. I can help you with that, though, if you want me to. I can give you power to become stronger, to to accomplish what you need to do in this world, and perhaps to save those you love. All you have to do is ask me."
Well, how would you be able to do that for me?
What is your heart's desire? She kind of leans closer to you, alluringly, sexually. What is Erlon thinking in that moment? What does he truly want?
Uh, Basically, a little bit of what she said was to be able to protect those I care for, and to just to be powerful, but not for himself at this point, but for everybody else.
I can give you strength. Add to your strength. You can be strong enough to protect the others. Stronger. And maybe even help you forge or reforge a family. Old and new coming together. Is that what you want, Erlon?
Well, you already know that's what I want, but how can I trust you when everybody before told me not to?
You trust them. I know. But aren't you the type of man that judges people on what they do, not what other people say about them?
Yes.
Then trust me.
I can't say for sure I trust you, but I do like what you're offering.
Consider, and as she says consider, or she does say, consider this power can be yours. All of this can be yours if you only, and as she says, if you only, you suddenly see from the red, suddenly green starts blaring in, and the colors start to change and shift prismatically. And then you see someone walking forward in your dreams, and it is Revenos. Bold of you to come here in a house with two slivers, succubus. Why don't you go play along somewhere else? She kind of like frowns, but you could definitely see she's nervous with Revenos there. The offer still is on the table, Erlon. Call to me, and I can give you power that you would never be able to attain on your own. The power of the Hells can be an ally. Consider it. And she fades. Revenos looks at you. Anything to say about that?
This is my dream. And are you really in it right now?
Yes.
How about this? When we see you next time, I'll tell you where she came from and what that whole thing is, but did you see what she was offering?
Tail end of it. I sensed it and I cast the spell Dream to get in here.
Gotcha. Well, Revenos, would you be able? You've given us a lot of power, but could you promise that with this power, we can actually save those we really, really care about? Like, give me a guarantee.
I cannot. All I can say is that we can do our best and save as many as we can. I will not lie to you or make a promise. That is not my style. But you don't need the Hells to be stronger. You are Big Red. But more importantly, you are Erlon Duforce. The same man who spoke in the temple that you believe in yourself. And if you truly believe that, then you'll believe that when it's easy and in the hardest times, including right now when there is temptation and despair and longing. I will help you as your mentor, but I cannot promise you any of
that. All right. Well, I guess we'll just have to see in the future. Time will only tell.
Time will tell.
Unfortunately.
Erlon. And
Thanks.
he turns around and he leaves, and the prismatic elements in the dream fade, and you just return to a dreamless sleep.
How boring.
Lance, you said you were working on the spell for the goblinoid, correct?
Yep.
Roll me an Arcana check. Okay. You spend hours working and tweaking, and you feel like you are getting very close to cracking the code for it. Goblinoids are like humans. You're working on it. You know, you've studied the formulas. You see how it was for like the animate beast spells. You see how it was for animate the humans or humanoids. And you concentrate and put everything, especially with like the energies and the magics that you saw in the Dwelling Ruins and the Bone Collectives cache. Roll 1d100.
Do I need a higher number?
What was that?
Do I need a higher number?
I'm not going to tell you. Do you want to keep that or do you want to use your inspiration?
I will use my inspiration and try again.
Okay. And with that being said, you crack the code. You
guys all probably hear Lance scream at some point in the middle of the night and then cackle maniacally.
Yep.
Probably sounds like an evil mad scientist laughter.
Yeah. You do realize it is harder, the less humanoid a creature is, the harder it is to animate. But with goblinoids, you use as a framework gnomes and dwarves, and then orcs to try to emulate for like hobgoblins, or sorry, red goblins. And it finally clicks, and you are able to forge a scheme, an array of sorts that will allow for the animation of a goblinoid skeleton. So I will create that spell. That is a separate spell you get aside from your level up. Everyone here, okay. Congratulations. You are now level
10. Yay.
Amazing.
make your
What is that?
level up your characters.
Manage.
And let's go through the room and just see. Chance, you're taking another level of Bard. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Lance, you're taking another level of Wizard. Any spells you're taking that you know right now?
I'll figure that out, but I now get the inured to undeath.
Yeah.
I have resistance to all necrotic damage, and my max hit points can never be lowered.
Yep. Awesome. Erlon, I'm going to ask you. After that dream, do you wish to become a warlock?
Do it.
Multi-class.
Say what? Hold on.
Do it.
This seems too smart for Raging Barbarian.
The Raging Barbarian, so I will give you an option here. Because you can multi-class to Warlock. You could be like Hexblade or any of the others, like probably Hexblade. You will get a weapon from the Hells if you choose to go down that route. But consider that. That is an offer from Elenara.
All
You
right.
don't have to say it now if you want time to think about it, or you can
I'll
deny
think about
it
it.
after Revenos told you to believe in yourself. But
Yeah.
the Hells are offering their aid to you.
Yeah.
So that's a choice you get to pick if you want to multi-class or swap levels because of the Hell's influence on you.
Gotcha.
And as Alice said, do it. Join the Warlock packs, buddies.
Do it now.
You should. Look, it'll be great because I'm a Celestial Warlock and you have a Demon Mommy and we'll be best friends.
Devil, mommy, and...
Sorry, a Devil Mommy.
Devil Mommy.
And that will be an interesting thing if you basically sell your soul or influence to...
Yeah. Oh, God, it's scary. Okay, I'll think about it.
Think about it. Let me know.
I will.
Alice, what are you taking?
Oh, a Bard.
Bard.
Bard. I get nothing.
I think
A
you get
4th level spell slot. I get a 4th level spell slot.
4th level spell slot's good.
Woo! It's my first one.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I think that's a good place. We'll pick up tomorrow, next week, because we're rating down 1. There's going to be a lot of role play with talks with like Revenos and Dion. So I think that's a good place because I want to make sure Zanny's here if she's available and discussing the trammel as well as the key that you all obtained. But we'll do that next time, session 71. So for everyone out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And I'll see all of y'all next week. Till next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.